Hello, everybody. My name is Diana. I'm a biomedical engineer and web accessibility expert. And today I will provide a review on web accessibility level of the site Le Monde. This is one of the most popular sites in French Google. And now we will see whether it's accessible. So I will share with you the screen with the site. Okay. I hope it can be seen. So this is the site Le Monde. This is a French newspaper. So there are a lot of links and pages about articles, videos, media, photos. It's a news portal. And let's see whether it's accessible. So I would say that there is a specific plan of how to provide web accessibility audit. First thing first, it's the first impression, because as a human being, you need to see whether you are comfortable with this site, whether everything is understandable and you can navigate through this easily, and just your impression. This is important because you're a human being and it should be accessible for you, even if you don't have any problems about like health problems or any other problems about getting information from the site. Then we will check the structure of the site. So we will see if there are problems about its structure, the headings, whether the information is located properly, or it has problems with the main part. We will also check the colors of the site, the contrast, and the media, the photos, the videos, whether it can be represented in some other way or like it should have alternative text. We will check the links as well, whether it has a broken link. Yeah, and we will see automatic checks and mistakes using some programs. So we will see if there are already some mistakes that we didn't see, that will be recognized by the software. And I would say that there are two more things that should be checked, but I will not do this in this express analysis of the site. The tabs, so we need to go through the tabs. It's important for screen reader to see whether we can navigate through the site just using the tab and the arrows, just clavier, the keyboard. And the second thing, screen reader check. So usually I use the NVDA program. So I check the site by just listening through the information. So I check it the way how blind people, they use the site, but not just actually blind people with, there are some people who are not blind, but they have problems understanding information through reading, and they understand the information much better listening. So for these people, it's also important. So let's start. So this is the main page of the site Le Monde. That's how it looked like. And we begin, as I said, with the visual representation, with just your first impression. You need to just take a look at the site, just smoothly to go from the beginning of the page to the end. So I already can see that I like the logo. It's black on white with some great gradient. It looks great. It's big, it's understandable, and it's in the middle, so perfect. And I see that the text is a little bit small. I will check right now with you, like through the inspect button, what is the size of the font. So it's 13. I would say it's a little bit small. For me, it's I don't have any problem with my vision, but I would prefer it to be a little bit bigger. For sure, at the end of the day, when my eyes are tired, it's gonna be much harder to read. And I see that it's on the blue background, so it's not dark enough, the background, with the white text, so it's not dark enough. I will add here the information about the background and I will check it. So let's go lower. Okay, so I see that there are menus, it can be seen, and we go down and there are a lot of articles with, so there are some podcasts, and well, I can see that there are some great, there's a gray text on the white background, so this is not very good as the contrast, like for example the names of the authors of the articles. But I like that there are lines, it's very good structurized for me, so I can see that there are themes and several articles under it that explain this subject. This is nice, and they explain also how long it takes to read each article. This yellow part, I think it's about premium version, premium article that is accessible only for premium users, most probably. And it's white on yellow. This is not a good combination. I hope that I understood correctly what it is. Not sure. Yeah, this is awesome. I like this part about les plus lus. It's the most read articles, and it's very well structured. It has big text, so the font is good, and it's black on white, so black font on the white background. Amazing. So then we go more down. Yeah, but here, like, they really have a problem. For example, under the photo, you can see the name of the author, and it's gray font on the white background, and it's very, very small. I'm not even sure which font it is. We will check the size. Oh, it moved me up. Well, it's here. Yeah, it's 8. Yeah, the size is too small. It's hardly can be read, and also has a bad contrast. So we go down, 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 down. That's where we were. And here the videos I can see. It starts without me pressing anything. This I don't find very comfortable. So I just go down and it will start going. And I see that there are no subtitles. This is a bad sign. It should have subtitles for each video, or some document that can be downloaded, or the link to another page where there is a text description, which is missing here, as I can see. So here there are articles. We continue, and there are again the gray small gray text with the name of the author. Okay, so this continues, and it has the same structure, which is good. So you understand, it just goes on in the number, and you understand the structure and how it goes, where to find things. Okay, it's quite long. Yeah, I would say that it's too long. You should have a chance to make it shorter. And there is a footer. So I like very much that it's structurized. It's white font on the, what kind of background they have. So what is the color? It again put me up. This is not very comfortable. So I need to go down to the footer again. Okay. And the color is almost black. It's 2A303B, the color. And I think it should have a very good contrast with such dark background and white text. Okay, but the first impression I would say is quite good. I understand the site, I understand what it consists on. So it has a lot of context, and it has a navigation menu where I can choose where to go. Yeah, and I like that they say that there is like enseignement, so the part which is with the most actual, the most important news of right now. This is quite nice, so you can choose it by the theme, or you can choose it by what other people find the most interesting if you don't know what you're searching for. This is nice. And yeah, I'm not sure, by the way, about the blue color. So as soon as we choose the theme in the navigation, it becomes light blue on the white background. Well, it should have a good contrast, but we will check, of course. Okay. And yeah, but the language, like English, is almost not seen like in the top part of the site. It's we have a French version, but if you want to choose English, like it's almost not seen. You might think that there's just one language on the site because of the contrast. Anyway, the first impression is quite good. So now we will check the structure of the site. And for this, I will use accessibility insights for web. This is the tool, and I will show you the headings of the site. Okay, let's take a look. It should work. Just try to start. Okay, can be seen? Yes, right now it can be seen. So there is H1, the title that we see what's going on live. Okay, so this is the most important news, but other names of the articles, they are not represented as headings. Okay, well, we will see, but then straight under we see that other titles of the articles, they are H3 level heading. Wait, let me take a look. I will show you the structure. So I will use HeadingsMap. Okay, so this is the structure of the site. I hope it can be seen on the video. So we have H1 with the name of the article, then a lot of H3, then H5, H3, H4, several H4, and then H3. I don't see at all H2, and it's quite strange that they chose a name of the article as H1, which is changing. It's just a live action. This is a little bit strange. I would say that the structure is completely in mess because we have like under H1 there is H3, then we have under H3 sur TikTok we have H5. So usually it should be like just one H1 heading, the level, then H2, under which we have H3, under which we have sometimes H4, but it cannot be so much messed. So we have a mess about headings here. And what is important that the headings of the same level should have the same style, the same font, the same size, and the same color. This is important. And we can see that they are different. There is H3. So H4, we can see that it's already has a bold style, while H3, which should be bigger and more important, doesn't have it, and it's smaller. H1 is actually H5 is actually almost the same as H3. This is quite strange. And I would say actually we can see that there is H4. Yeah, so this is the heading. Yeah, I don't see where else it's going. Sorry. Okay, it's hard to find. Yeah, there's one H5 somehow that appeared. But all other articles, they don't have it. And the like the podcast, this is absolutely the same. This for sure should be a heading, but it's not. I would say like intimate, this is also not a heading. Sciences, this is not a heading. it should be coded as a heading, because otherwise the person with the screen reader doesn't recognize it as a structure, so they don't understand that there's actually a title for the section about it. This is really strange. So there is a problem with the structure that I see. Let's take a look as well on the common structure. So we will see the landmarks of the site. I will show you how it goes. It should be seen, but I don't see it. I'll take a look again. I'll just restart and I will show you. Okay. So these are the landmarks. We see the banner on the top, the navigation menu with actual news, the Olympic Games. Then there is the main landmark of the site. Okay, so it should be just one and should contain all the main information. Okay. And it's long. And then there is a content info, the footer. So I would say it's quite good, the structure, and it's located in the right way. It's just that the headings they're wrong. Okay, now we will try to check the color. So if we make all the site black and white, wait a second, somehow I have a problem showing you this. Okay, I will just do it like this. Okay. So that's how it looks like. I will just go to the beginning. If we get rid of all the colors, so if it just becomes black and white with some gray in between, why it's important? It's important if the problem has, if the person has problems with the vision. So there should be no justification, for example, open yellow button or like red text saying like expressing alert or to do some action. Here, I think I didn't see anything like this, but it's still hard to read text, like gray text on the white background. But overall, the color is not so important, doesn't play such necessary important part on this side. And this is good. So this is good for accessibility. Okay, and yeah, I will go till the end. Yeah, this is the font, the footer. So everything is fine here. Yeah, and as I mentioned here, so I will turn off this this feature. We will be back to the colorful version. Here I see, so there are some photos and there is a video. So I already mentioned that there is a problem with the media because, like, again, it starts by itself. This shouldn't be. For the person who doesn't understand where it is, so they can open the site and they will listen to the video that they didn't open. They will not understand where they are, how to turn it off. You can be, and we can see that there's a lot of context. There are a lot of articles, long structures. So the person will be lost and won't be able to complete the action. And there are no subtitles for this video. So there is no understanding what's going on. Yeah, this is the big problem with the media. And now we will check if there are other problems with the media or with some automatic mistakes. So for this, I will choose Wave tool for accessibility check. So we will check if there are some mistakes. So it says that there are 8 automatic mistakes that are found and a huge amount of contrast errors. I guess it's because of this gray color font. And I will add for you information. Well, the blue font, that the blue background that you can see with the white font in front, it has problems with accessibility. Actually, also the text, you can see the time, the time on the side, like you can see that there is some time blue that has blue color. The font has blue color on the darker blue background. So it fails, you can see that it fails both VCAG AA and AAA levels. So what it is, what are these parameters? You can see it on the left. So the name fail. What it is, so it's web content accessibility guidelines, and it has different levels. So it was 1A before, now we have AA version, so it's a mandatory version to be accessible, and there is also AAA version, so more advanced, excellent level of web accessibility. And that's what we all need to look at and try to be accessible on the AAA. And here it fails for both of them. So even mandatory level, we don't get it here. What can be done? How we can change this? For this, we need to whether make background Docker. So you can see I changed it and it became, it started to be passed. So it passed and it became, it follows the guidelines for AA and AAA standards. Or we can try, for example, to make lighter the font. If the font would be completely white, there wouldn't be a problem specifically for this part of the site. But there are a lot, like more than 70 contrast problems. Like for example here, like exactly what I was mentioning, the name of the name of the author, it's written in a very small size of the font, gray, light gray color on the white background. So we can see that it fails for both AA guidelines and AAA. This is bad. So but we can check if we change the color of the font. If we make it darker, you can see that quite easily we can change it. If it would be black, there would be no problem. But the lighter it goes, the harder it is to read. Even for me, who don't have any problems with vision, if my eyes, they're tired, so I can get a headache if I read information here with such contrast, such bad contrast. Okay, and now we take a look at the errors. So here there is an error with, oh, there is some problem. It went out. Maybe the site is actually, somebody is working on the site, because the number of errors, just 30 minutes ago, I was checking the site and there were 9 errors. Now, when I was showing you, there were 8 errors and now there are 7. So maybe there is a person right now working on the site and changing it, which is great. But it has some missing alternative text, which might not be needed. So what is alternative text? Alternative text, it's what people who use screen reader, they hear about the element. That's also what we see, for example, if we have bad internet connection, then the image will not be downloaded, and instead the text will be downloaded what was supposed to be on the image. And people who cannot see the image from the beginning, they use a screen reader, special program that read for them, so they hear the information what is on the site. And it's important to understand that alternative text should be added only to the significant, important media. Like if there is an image that cannot be taken out from the site, that has a meaningful image, that's where we need alternative text. But if it, for example, a background image or image of just the nature, decorative image that can be taken out of the site and it will not change the meaning of the site, then we don't need to add alternative text. So here there are some images, as it says. We can check the code. So you need to understand that even if, for example, here it's written that this image is not displayed on the site, screen reader will still have the information about it, and we can still see it. We can still see this element, and this is a big problem because the the people who use the screen reader will still have access and they will hear about this element. This is important for the people who think that, okay, if we don't, if we just hide this element, don't display it, then it's fine. No, it's not fine. I don't see what is this image, so it's hard to understand whether alternative text should be added. But as the software says, automated check says that it should be added. Here we also see that there are several mistakes about empty buttons. So I will check where it is. Where it is on the side. So I will just hide here. Okay. Okay, so these are at empty buttons, as they say. So it has no value or text. Yeah, so we see that there are buttons to just scroll through the, I think it's podcasts, I might be wrong, but to scroll through the articles or some parts in this section. And they say that it's empty. Well, there is no information. It's better to write like under the arrow, like for example, read more, open more, some notification about if we press the button, what it's gonna do. Because for us, visually, we can see that it's arrows, but just imagine that you cannot see them. Like just close your eyes and there is some button, but there's no information. What is this button? What it does when we click on it? What it opens? So there should be some words, some notification that tell us what it does, which action will be if we press it. Okay, so there are a lot of contrast errors, which increased a lot. I think when we opened first, it was more than 70. Yeah, for sure, there is some work exactly now that goes on, but it's a good work because the number of mistakes is reducing in its life. Okay, so there are a lot of alerts. So the alerts is not something that is a mistake for sure. You need to check. Like for example, there are 12 long alternative text. So alternative text, you can imagine that if all the images, all the media should be pronounced to the person who cannot see or the person who has a problem understanding the site through vision and need to listen to it. Like if every image contain information like 5 sentences, long ones, then you saw how much content it has on the site. So it will take several hours just to go through the main page. This is a problem. Alternative text should be short, preferably 100 symbols. And if it's longer, then it makes it really long to read through the site. So this we should be careful about. Yes, skipped heading level. Yeah, I saw many, actually much more than what they say. I would say that like just you can see that le mot mémorable, this part, so it's H4, but just above it there's dessin, so drawings, and this is absolutely the same, but it's not programmed as the heading. This is a very big problem. And then we have non-script elements. Oh, it again was renewed. Yeah, the number of mistakes completely changing throughout the time. Yeah, and here, like for example, there is a new error that appeared, missing alternative text. Like for example, here, so this is an author, en rodier, and here the element is missing alternative text. And as you can see, so this is an author, and we need to have information that this is her photo. This is, I would say, a meaningful image. This is not the background or something that can be deleted. I mean, we can take away the image of the author, but if there is an image, it's not just a random person. It's not just an image of the human being. It's an author. And for this, we need to have alternative text with the name of this person. So I agree about this, that this is a mistake. Okay, so yeah, and there are also the tab check. of the site and the screen reader check that I would provide with this site, and maybe I will do it for the second part. Please let me know if you like my web accessibility audit, if it's interesting for you. So I will be happy to provide the second part where I explain what is the check of the tabs and arrows, how to go through the site in this way, and how screen reader work, how to check it, how to check if your site is can work with screen reader program, and how it sounded. It's very interesting, and I will be happy to help you with this. So let me know if you like the videos and subscribe, and hopefully we will make a review of the next site soon. See you.